In a time long forgotten, when humanity's connection to the divine was vibrant and pure, people lived harmoniously understanding the light and shadow within themselves. But as the ages passed, they began to drift away from their origins, losing sight of the inner wisdom that connected them to the source, the eternal creator from which all life was born. Out of the darkness of the spiritual decline rose a powerful force, the Church of Archons and Chaos. This church was no holy sanctuary. It was a cunning institution that preyed on humanity's growing ignorance and loss of self-awareness. The Archons, beings who fed on human suffering and spiritual stagnations, were its secret masters, puppeteering events from the shadows. The church leaders were powerful manipulators who understood the secrets of the holographic universe, the realm where human thoughts and desires shaped reality. Seeing humanity's confusion and longing for meaning, the leaders of the Church of the Archons and Chaos devised a plan. They perverted the ancient teachings that once guided humanity, distorting them to keep people enslaved within the illusion of separation and sin. The Church created idols, symbols, and false gods to divert people's faith and energy away from the Creator and into illusionary they could control. The temples were adorned with statues and icons, each one crafted to reflect humanity's deepest fears and desires. These idols seemed to promise comfort, power, and salvation, but in truth, they were hollow symbols meant to bind and control. As the age of Aquarius approached, a time prophesied to bring spiritual awakening and liberation, the Archons saw an opportunity to tighten their grip. Freeing the potential of humanity's spiritual progress, they unleashed waves of fear and misinformation, aiming to keep people rooted in ignorance. The Church of Archons and Chaos proclaimed that the spiritual awakening was dangerous, that seeking truth within oneself was an act of rebellion against the divine order. They spread fear of punishment, declaring that freedom of self-knowledge would only bring ruins. Through guilt and fear, they held humanity in a constant state of longing and dependency, promising salvation, but always keeping it just out of reach. The Archons thrived on the energy of enslaved souls, growing stronger as humanity grew weaker, disconnecting it from its origins and from the divine spark within. But even in the darkness, there were those who saw through the church's lies. These few awakened souls understood that the idols had no true power, that the sins imposed by the church were only tools to control. They recognized the true enlightenment lay in recognizing with the Creator within, not in external symbols. Slowly, they began to share the ancient wisdom, reminding others of the age of Aquarius was not something to fear, but a time to rediscover their powers as spiritual beings. As more people awakened, the Archons' power began to crumble. The illusions they'd woven into the holographic universe unraveled, and humanity began to reclaim its connection to the source. The Church of Archons and Chaos tried to desperately regain control, but the wave of awakening was unstoppable. In the end, humanity was freed from the chains of fear and guilt, returning to their rightful place as co-creators within the holographic universe. They understood that their true strength lay not in worshiping idols or fearing punishment, but in recognizing the divine within themselves. And so the age of Aquarius became an era of healing and self-discovery, a time when humanity finally remembered its origin and stepped into its true power, free from illusionary that held it bound for so long. This is Makalesi. Thanks for listening. Peace.